Hey guys, welcome to another speed build video, and this house I'm calling Beachside Bungalow, and my goal for this build was to use some of the ladder features that was added to the game in the new update. So a lot of things came with the new update. I know there were some gameplay changes like a way to organize inventory items, but what I really wanted to try was the new window placement, because you could basically hit Alt and move the windows wherever you wanted to. So it didn't have to be at a specific block. You could hit Alt and move it whichever you wanted. And also you could use ladders, which I was really excited to use. And the funny thing is I ended up not even using that many ladders in this build. I originally intended to, but some of it just ended up being stairs because of the way it worked with the path that I'm creating here. So I got this idea from Kate Emerald. She's a genius in building. This is a debug object. That's like a little path from Island Living. And I'm not even sure if it's meant to be a path, but your Sims can walk through it fine. So might as well place some blocks underneath it so they can walk through. And it looks like they're just walking on top of the path because the path doesn't get in the way. Like the fake path doesn't get in the way of the real path that's underneath it. So once you place some blocks underneath it, then it's fine. So what I wanted to kind of do is build like a cute like tropical house that had like separate parts to it, because I wanted to connect these paths to each other. So what I tried to do is I tried to have like a path going to the main house, and then I had a path going from the main house to the side house, which had a couple extra bedrooms and bathroom. And I wanted to have a higher level with this path, so I ended up doing a higher level above this with the path, and then I made a whole nother path a level higher above that. So like I used a lot to do this, but I basically used a lot of debug rocks to kind of create the terrain instead of using the terrain tool, because I just thought it would be easier, especially with the path. I didn't want it to get raised up accidentally with terrain tools, so I just decided to keep it simple with the adding the blocks just above instead of trying to change the whole terrain. So now I'm adding another path here, and this one ends up going to the left side of the build, which I'm going to build in a little bit. And so the main house has the master bedroom with and bathroom upstairs, and then downstairs it has all the living spaces. So it has the kitchen, dining room, living room, and sort of like a reading nook area. And the side house has an area where you walk in. I left that empty because I didn't know what to put there. I guess you could put some seats there, but I just left it empty, up to you guys. And besides that, it has 2 bedrooms and one bathroom downstairs. I have this whole hidden downstairs area, so it has like a living room area downstairs and a bathroom downstairs, and then 2 bedrooms on the main floor. And then if you go upstairs one more level, there's a whole deck area, but connected to that is a little bar area. So yeah, I'm deciding what to do with this side over here. I wanted to make it diagonal because I wanted to kind of this whole lot to kind of have like this corner shape, so that it's not like you're facing the front, but like you can see the whole thing from the corner, because I feel like it's important to change up your builds a little bit, because my builds are usually the same. So I wanted to make it seem like this one was a little bit different, like it's not the entire thing facing the front like I usually do. I want some things to, be at an angle, because not all houses are going to be perfectly straight forwards to the front. So I just wanted to make it a little bit different. And what I end up doing is I hide this downstairs area, so I have a lot of plants and rocks, and so this downstairs area you won't be able to see. And then I just have a lot of deck space. Tropical, I wanted there to be a deck. Obviously I struggled with this deck part a little bit. But yeah, and I really put a lot of terrain, the details in for the terrain, because I wanted to make it seem natural, like it fits in with the world. So I really tried to blend it with the rest of the lot, which is in what's the name? It's the Island Living lot, or the island living world. I literally, why did I can't remember anything. Salani, that's what it's called. It's called Salani. So here I'm going to add the ladders, and I was really excited to do this. It took a little while to figure it out how I wanted to do it, but I end up using the 2 ladders in the front there, which go side by side to the door, and then I don't end up using in the back. I just end up creating sort of a balcony space back there. But I thought this was kind of perfect thing because there wasn't enough room for stairs inside if I wanted to have all the rooms that I ended up having inside. So it was perfect to have the ladders out on the outside because there was enough deck space to go up a level, which was kind of perfect. So I could just add the ladders outside, and there was enough space for that. And then here I am, I'm going to add another path here. And then this is going to connect to the deck that I'm going to add that goes to the outside, leads from the outside of the master bedroom. So basically I have like 3 or 4 paths like this. I have one in the front that goes from, the stairs in the very front of the lot to the main house. And then I have the one that goes from the main house to the side house. And then I have another one that I'm creating right now, which goes from the side house to the upstairs of the main house. And then I have one more that goes from the balcony that comes off of the master. So the one that I just connected the top one to, it goes up from there into the super tiny little octagonal room area. And I left that blank because I just left it empty because I didn't know what to put there. There's not a lot of room, and I guess you can leave it, I'll leave it up to you what you can put in there because it's not a lot of space, but I'm sure you could fit something like an easel or maybe like a chess table or something like that. And that is just at the very top of the build, kind of something to center both of the houses because I thought they seemed super separate and I wanted something to kind of bring them together. So there is a little tiny area in between them that's raised a little bit. So that's the 4th path that I made that leads up to it. So it's kind of like on top of each other. There are 3 paths right now. You can see there are 2, but they're going to be 3 and they're all on top of each other. And I just think it looks kind of cool because it adds some height to it and just some more detail to the build. So now I'm doing some more terrain still. And what I do, like I said, is I have the little terrain pieces or the foundation pieces. I raised it up and I made it into the grass color so it looked like it was just on a hill. But what I really did is I did not use any terrain tools. So I just kind of created something that looks like it would be a hill that's raised. And that way, like I said, I didn't have to mess with the terrain or anything that might mess up some of the objects being raised up and stuff. And I know that's an issue sometimes. And I did use a lot of debug objects. I just basically went into the debug menu and I filtered by island living and I just kind of clicked everything I could and placed them all around the place. So that's what I'm doing here. And that's pretty much all I have to say about the build. I'm going to put in music for the rest of it. But thank you guys so much for watching. And just so you know, this house is on the gallery. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. And I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.